I was working on this color rod blowout. Just increasing the length of it a little bit. It was a little too short, like 2.5 inches this way. What do you think about the color orange? Are you a fan of orange or not? What the hell is going on? All right, guys, hold on 1 second. Trying to get, there we go. Sorry about that, I was just trying to get this back on my shirt. Why would I want to be wearing gloves? This hoodie presents 0 dangers. I want complete dexterity with my fingers. I don't want gloves. I don't need gloves. At least for this right now. When I do need gloves, we'll put gloves back on for short. So if you're chilling in the comment section and you see somebody saying something about that, yeah, you just do not know what it is that I'm doing. So don't be scared. I think this is plenty big for a shot glass. But what do you think about the color orange? I didn't see like any comments in the comment section when I just walked over to the computer. Oh, whatever. Let's finish it off like at this height, and then let's put the foot on it. See if we can maybe do this without taking it to the wet saw. So what do you think? If we're in the mobile version, or more mobile version, vertical mode, do you think y'all would be interested in watching this in a landscape mode later tonight? I go live like twice a day, pretty much. Right now, so this is orange. Literally it's just called orange. Hand of Man. Custom formulated orange raw tubing. Hand of Man is the company that makes that glass. And what I'm doing is called a blowout. So I have a piece of tubing here that's closed off, and then I have my rod on the other side. Right? So closed face rod. Not open hole, closed face. I start melting everything red hot, and then I start puffing in the side that's already a tube. And what I'm doing, trying to see the camera angle. Hold on, let me lift this up a little bit. So essentially, when I'm puffing air into the tube, I'm like punching a hole through this rod, right? So it's melting and collapsing and becoming one, and then I'm pushing that air forward, and then melting it down, and then pushing it forward, and melting it and pushing it. So it's, you know, a little slow going, but it's pretty calm and relaxing to do. Let's see how... So in the comments real quick, how tall do you think a shot glass should be? At least the part with the liquids in it. This is like 3 inches right now. I mean, a shot is what, like 1.5 ounces, 2 ounces? Is it 1 ounce? I don't really drink. I only have a little bit left of this rod, so maybe I just... Maybe I just finish that real quick. Thinking about doing another color rod blowout today. That is a combination of like all of the scraps of the rods that I've done recently. I have like 5 or 6 different colors in there. Make like a cool rando. What do you think? Let me just say what up to everybody real quick in the comment section. What up, The Real, Colonel, appreciate you tapping in today. Carlos Garcia Benito, appreciate you tapping in today. Jack of Faces 334, welding is hotter. Depending on the gases you're using, yeah, 100% could be. He said, don't be scared now. Yeah, don't be scared now. Come on now. Ghostface 3.5 inches, 4 to 5 inches for a double shot. All right, so yeah, I should definitely finish off that last bit. All right, let's get to it. All right, let me just heat this up a bit again. Not really quite sure how I feel about this color, but I have it. I also do have a lot of glass on deck. I don't know if you're familiar with like E-rigs, but my main focus for the past few years has really been in the E-rig space. So I have like 12 toppers ready to ship on deck, just like over there by my oven right now. I'll pin my website in the comment section. I wonder how many messages you can pin. What's everybody up to today? Where are y'all coming from? Shout out, man. We're building a community here. I know a lot of people usually come in late night when we do our like 1 a.m. to 2 a.m. live streams, but let's try to kick off the during the day community too. Where y'all coming from? How's everybody doing? Tell me about you. I live in this bubble in this garage, right? My garage studio. Working all by myself. You're working at the machine shop today, Patrick? Duluth, Minnesota? Honestly, I thought you might have been trying to insult me for a second. Duluth, Minnesota. Patrick, Tennessee? What up, man? Josh? There are a lot of weird people doing a lot of weird stuff out there. 100%. Dimitri, South Carolina? What up? Joe, what up? You know what? Since we're saying hello to everybody right now, I think it's time for that morning sip of coffee. Have y'all seen my studio set up before? Let me know if you're tapping in like for the first time today. And if you are, versus taking the phone down, and not everybody wants to see the tour, I guess. I posted my first video like yesterday, and it's only like 9 minutes, but it's a little tour of my garage studio, show you my 3D printing setup and whatever. But I think one of the things that I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start inviting people in the chat to like be in the live stream with me, because I need somebody to talk to people while I'm working. Would you do that? Would you be down to come kick it? Try to entertain some people, figure out some stuff to talk about? I think yesterday had like 180K people in here. The other day, 268K people. So I don't know if like you're cool, there'll be a lot of eyeballs for you. If you got like jokes or something. So if you hear me going like pwa pwa pwa, that's because I'm not trying, I'm just like slight puffs. I'm not trying to actually like blow hard. Just little like bop bop bop. God damn. So I'm in Virginia, and I guess I'm close enough to Arlington where you could hear the booms of them practicing, which is a little, I'm not gonna say it's like scary, but it's like every time you hear a boom go on, you're like, God damn, we're a little bit closer to something now, aren't we? Not to talk about news and all that stuff, let's not talk about that stuff. Try to milk this for like every last inch I can. I'm just saying though, you're not going to be able to be invited if you're not following and subscribing to see the random times I do that. Preferably, if y'all know a little bit about glass and can explain a little bit, maybe even teach me some stuff I'm doing wrong. That'd be cool. Love learning new things. Yeah, I pretty much got everything from that rod. Come on now. There's just this like uneven thickness at the bottom. I'm warming up the graphite paddle because I don't want the hot glass to like stick to it and leave marks on the glass. Kind of really annoying. Focusing my feet. It's like maybe it's just the way the color looks and it's really not a thickness. Yup, it's just a thickness I can't get out, dude. Not that, like, honestly, I don't even think it really matters. Because this isn't even the foot. This is just part of where the liquid is gonna be. Alright, well, at least that's consistently rounded at the end now. That'll do. I guess it has like a thickness in it. Let's blast that with the Bunsen. So I put up a pole towards the beginning. When I put my phone sideways to have it in like landscape mode, I think the view is actually much better. But I guess it doesn't show up in the shorts feed, so like nobody tapped in to watch. So if y'all are hanging out now and clicking it now, would you tap back in later tonight if I want landscape mode, or do you really prefer it how it is right now? I know a lot of people are on their phones, and if you're on your computer, you could just like zoom in, but what do you think? Okay, so I'm scrolling back up. While that's on the Bunsen. Unslayed, yup. Chris, what up? Country boy, I'm from Virginia, I'm in the US, what up? Carta or Puffco, if you're asking me which device I prefer, I prefer the Carta 2 probably, but I'm a little salty with Focus V right now. So I've been really using the Bomb Official and the Puffco more. Is this an old lathe? Appreciate that. Is that an old Bridgeport lathe? This is definitely, I think this is an Indian lathe. I bought this from this company, Mountain Glass, where I would get like this raw glass from. There are a few companies you could order raw glass from, and unfortunately they went out of business. They were affected really badly by the floods last year. First time, what up, Greg? First time, Joe? First time, Anna? Well, I hope y'all stay tuned to come back, you know what I'm saying? Infinite King, what up? Next cover, what up? Matthew Banks, just for the first time. Kevin, first time. Yeah, man, well, stay tuned, you'll do more. I'm trying to figure out more artistic things to do. You know, I've been really focused in the e-rig space. I'm going to try to get more into glassware, maybe some more complex. I mean, I've been doing dry toppers. I dropped the original dry topper for the Puffco Peak in 2018, and I've kind of been doing simple stuff ever since. But I might start doing water toppers, inserting perks into the pieces. It's actually a lot easier than you might think. Zach, what up? Hell yeah. Appreciate that, Matt. Alright, everybody. Matthew Banks, 6707, is starting up his own page for painting houses up in Boston. Go check him out. If you're in the Boston area and you need a house painted, Matthew Banks, 6707. Got you covered. For the jaws, oh, like these teeth, these chuck jaws. What up, Serosity? If I'm saying that right. What up, Serosity? You could shoot me an email, not usually. What up, what up? Super cold, hella cold, about to snow this. This is like my first year, second year being in Virginia. And I think this would be the first year with like serious snow. I think it's supposed to be like 12 to 24 inches. Yo, bonjour, ML. 12 in Boston, wind chill below 0, damn. Alright, I'm stepping back to this real quick. Appreciate all of y'all tapping in. See what's going on here. Where did I put that piece? Is it in the oven? No? Where did I put this thing? It's crazy how easy it is to lose something in the studio. Here it is. Right in front of my face the entire time. I think everything looks good on transparent black. And I made this like little pawn shape, I guess, yesterday. We were just messing around originally. So originally it was just gonna be yapped off like right there, be flush flat, have a hole picked in the center, and then I was gonna mush this up against that tube, so it was just like from here on orange shot glass. And then we were like, yo, what if I was gonna try to be an artist today? Let me pull this out. And we're like, oh wait, that kind of looks like a pawn shape. Maybe it would be cool to keep that and then mush the orange on top of that. And then maybe what we'll do is we'll tear this bottom right here and we'll flare that open. So now that's a foot. So now we have a flare open here, that part. But then I'm thinking, you know, it's just a shot glass. Shouldn't the foot just end where that flat part is? What do y'all think? Do we leave it extended down and like flare this open, you know? Or do we yap it right there and just have it be like a squared off Maria? I can't see in my phone right now, so I'm sorry if like you did not see anything in my hand right now as I was explaining that. My hand could have been totally off screen while I was explaining that. I have no idea. So leaving it, you know, cutting it off so it's just to this flat squared off piece, or are we gonna go down a little bit further, yap it there, open that back up, and then try to flare that out, either successfully or unsuccessfully? I don't usually flare things or do this, so it could be a little slop. Let me know what y'all think. Let's do it. Do we want air for this? So I have air tubed up there, right? This is gonna be a solid weld. When I put the heat to it, it's gonna start collapsing. There's a little bit puffed out, so it's gonna start going a little flat. So the question is, do I wanna be able to like puff to touch them together and then pull a little bit? Is that necessary? Like, it's not gonna stay as it is right now. That shape is gonna change, right? So how do we wanna do this? And first thing I have to do is fix this tube. I know you didn't hear it, but as soon as I went like this, I heard a little ting, and I see the front end of that cracked. So I guess while we're thinking about this, I'm gonna rage this into Bunsen real quick. What do you think? fan. All right, I think we're gonna tube up to it. Put some air in it. All right, so I have to get my other silicone nesting egg. It's over here. Who's with me? Who's with me right now? Who, me right now? I mean, kind of. Trying to figure out, you know, how I'm gonna assembling. I didn't have a plan today, really. You know, just woke up, came out, was like, let me try landscape versus vertical. I definitely need to get some new silicone adapters where, like this, where I'm trying to push it in right now. Like that hole is not big enough. So I'm trying to see what other adapters I have on deck. Not as cool though. If I haven't said, oh, here we go. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Appreciate y'all smashing some buttons for me, like, subscribe. Let me know if you would tap in later if I do the landscape mode, if that makes any kind of difference for you. Now I need one to slide over this because this is too small to fit in that butt. So let's see. No. Where's everybody tapping in from? I am from Virginia. Or at least that's where I'm living now. I was born in New York, raised in New Jersey, moved to Florida. Now I'm in Virginia, y'all. Where y'all tapping in from today? I really just need to get more of these. God damn, dude. However you're feeling, imagine how I must feel. Alright. I think I saw somebody say, send this man money. Heck yeah. I'm about that. Cash App in the freaking bio, y'all. What is going on here? How do I have nothing for this right now? Maybe I'll have to just try doing without it. What other option would there be, right? Dang. I probably do have something somewhere too. Alright, is what it is, yo. We're gonna try to make this work. Let's see if I puff in and there's vacuum, we're good to go. Nope, not really, but it doesn't need to be perfect. Now, does it? I just need some back pressure. So when I do puff, there is motion forward. It'll do. It'll do. Now the next trick is to be not to burn the crud out of that, because it is going to be so close to where it's super hot. And it's not long enough anyways. All right, never mind. Let's just see how this goes. How about we do that? Could always just tear it off and start over. And yup, we just went through all of that to go back to where we started, folks. Sometimes that's the way the cookie crumbles. Ting, heard that? So yes, that just broke again. That orange. So it seems like this is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna fix that crack. I'm gonna pick away a little bit of that pawn shape. We're gonna mush them together. I'm gonna detach this probably right underneath it. And we're gonna keep that flat section as like the bottom, and we won't do like a little flare underneath it. Sound like a solid game plan? Damn. Well, I guess now I know what I need. I could have sworn I had some other... Nope. How's everybody doing today? Y'all shoot me a sub real quick. Let me check in. Let me tap in with everybody. Everyone, yo, lock stack 7110. Yo, yeah. Marco, what up? Corey Bros Mouthpieces 4524. Oh, I'm good, dog. I'm good. This isn't like a lot of the other lathe machines, I guess, that maybe you've seen in regards to like the torque power of revolutions and just general like that's gonna happen here is that grease gets all over my clothes if I'm leaning in. It's like nothing is gonna pull me. It's just gonna wipe grease off on me. And then here, the worst thing that's really gonna happen is this like chuck knuckle that you like tighten and loosen to be able to open up the chucks. If you're close, it's gonna hit your hand. But if you're working really close, you know, your situational awareness, you could only get so close before you're like, look where my hand is in regards to how close it is to the chuck with my hand torch. So like there's a lot of things where you're really not even in situations for things to happen. Keep it vertical. All right. Is glass alchemy still a thing? Yeah, it is, dude. This is Hand of Man. This is not Glass Alchemy. Glass Alchemy, Greasy Glass, North Star. There's one called Dink Dink Glass now, I think. Hand of Man is what I'm working with. Well, thank you for the insight, Captain Bly 84. I'll be sure to keep that in mind. What up, what up? Don't know what that spelling is. Jeremiah, Nova Scotia, what up? Yeah, but those trucks can't grab my sleeve, bro. It's not built like that. I should have an emergency switch. I mean, I have a switchboard right here to the left of me. Let's see. I appreciate your loving concern for the safety stuff. Ajay Singh, what up, what up, what up? This is fascinating. Last live was a person getting gifts to say BW. I don't know what you're saying, Captain Bly. What? I need like a moderator. Keep some of these haters out. Nuts. Absolutely nuts. You know what's a thing that could happen? If this glass cracked, like you already broke, right? You already know it cracked. And if it exploded and slung, You could also watch the one and only video I posted on my page where I show off the equipment a little bit, and I show you like, well, I guess I can show you the equipment. You see me puff into this, it's not even attached to that side. That's something that happens by accident sometimes. Just not paying attention. Get distracted by a fool. Pick away this thickness a little bit. Pick up the speed a little bit. All right, I'm gonna puff and mush. Down a little bit. Trying to thin this out because I just want this flat part to be the bottom foot. I might even just pick this hole open, to be honest. Just trying to thin that out. Here, this could have just popped off with this strap already. Try to paddle this in, I think. I just want to hit this part. I'm not trying to burn inside of that little shape, because I don't want this whole base to start flopping around. I just don't want this to be a little funk right here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it to the wet saw and then cut it there. Boom. Kind of funky. All right, who's gonna buy a shot glass you saw me make live on video? Also, all of the people talking about the danger, it's kind of silly. I've been doing this for 10 years, and for people that actually know what this is and what's going on, it's kind of like you're not knowing what you're talking about is showing. It's a little weird shape. All right. Let's work on the next. Let's push another little shot glass bottom. Why not? Why not? Or actually, first let's do the blowout for the body of it. This color had a really unique metallic shine to it. Let's actually have some section prepped right here. Has a crazy metallic sheen to it. Just a little, ooh. Maybe I try flaring this one up. Only thing is, it's like you have to heat here first, and then you go to the bottom, and it's like you have to try to pull it all up together, but I have yet to do a pretty decent job doing that. I mean, shoot, why not try it though? There's really no reason why not to. Or do you want to see me do a blowout? What would you rather see? Do you want to see a blowout, or do you want to see me try to assemble this right quick? Oh my God, yo! Some of you check out the comments section. How about we talk about something dope? What's going on in your life? Hope you're having a good day today. What's going on with you? Hope you're being safe, happy, healthy, Job, whoever you are. You know what, screw it. Let's do a blowout. Let's do another blowout. I like doing the raw blowout. And then later on we'll prep some other feet for glasses, but right now we'll do a blowout. And I have some 44 millimeter right here we could start with. Dope. Or do we want to start with such a large section? Maybe I cut, you know what? Let's cut this in half. Could always get more 44 if I need to. Dude would have a heart attack if he ever went into any of the glass studios. So when I was in Orlando, I worked at this shop. So there was like two sections. It was in an industrial like parking lot area. So there was a boxing gym, two mechanics, a catering service. Then it was the glass studio in the back and in the front. Ultimately, my buddy opened up a smoke shop, and then there was a glass blowing like little studio in the back end of that too. And in the main section in the back, there are a number of people that don't even wear shoes on their feet when they're blowing glass. So talk about things that are like realistically actually possibly gonna happen. Stepping on some glass on the ground, you know? You would have a conniption, bro. That vein would be popping out of your skull the entire time. I mean, geez, watching some of my other boys work, like some of the guys who actually show me how to do some of this stuff. Oh my God, dude. But I do appreciate the concern. I'm gonna tear this in half because I want to do some more raw blowouts with this size tubing. So first, hit it with the Bunsen. Did you see me stop that with my hand just now and just hold it? I wasn't even like, no idea what you're talking about. But I appreciate the concern. Oh my God, dog. Yo, like, for real though, cheers. Maybe we all take a second to have a sip of coffee, take a deep breath, maybe go do some push-ups, and we'll all live vicariously through the people exercising, you know, feel good about ourselves also. Go do some jumping jacks or something, you know what I'm saying? Have some tea. Go meditate, go stretch. I didn't respond, shut up. I've been talking this entire time, broski. I said torque, motor size. I did tell you I put up one video, the only video on my page where I show some of this machine stuff off. I told you here, if I'm leaning, there's nothing. Well, you can't see the angle. Hold up. I told you if I'm like leaning down here, it's not like this bar is gonna grab you and take you anywhere. It's gonna wipe grease off on your shirt. And I also said to you, the dangerous things is like glass, getting cut with glass. If you're scoring and snapping something, like a scoring knife and snap it in half, and let's say there's a jagged edge, you know, because it scores wonky and like I cut my finger. That's something that is, you know, a thing that could be likely to happen. I don't know any glassblower that hasn't accidentally nicked themselves or like accidentally touched, you know, a hot torch end. Or one thing I've never seen somebody do it, but I've heard of a few people do it accidentally, is, do you know what a punty is? They're not getting caught in the jar, like that's just not a thing. I don't know how many other ways to say it, but something that is, right? So you have your punty, and your punty is like how you're picking away the glass or whatever, and you saw that I have a blow hose, that's how I was puffing air into it. Excuse me. I know a couple of people who after working would put down the punty and accidentally pick that up thinking it was their blow hose and put that in their mouth and like touch their tongue to it or touch their lips to it. That would have to suck. Yeah, dog. This sweatshirt is like decently form-fitting. I don't wear hats with like the bills on them because your situational awareness for it. I don't wear baggy clothing. I don't wear necklaces or jewelry or things to hang down. There's really nothing to fear but fear itself, my friend. Don't be scared. Don't be intimidated. Maybe if I can make enough money, like if y'all can help me monetize this, I could set up a studio in Virginia that somebody else can manage or take care of, and we could all go there and kick it and could do some like free lessons. You know, you could see for yourself whether it's something that's scary or not, something you actually like think would be fun to do yourself. All right. I stepped back for a second. Can you see? I call it the pivot pendant paracord. So the paracord, this is a 3D printed accessory I came up with. That's also a little stabilizer base if you're sitting this down. Well, like sitting it down, you know. This one is UV reactive also. And then in my giveaway on my Instagram is going to be for a Terp pivot trap. It's an auto spinner mouthpiece for the PuffGo pivot, where in this top chamber it's completely separated from the bottom, so you could store your materials in here. I have 2 lids. One of them has a hole in the middle with the mesh screen, so you could smell those terps mid-hit, right? So imagine you're ripping, you're smelling, you have stuff on the go for yourself. So this is also an original concept that I had come up with. So 2025, this is one of the last original concepts I released for the year. The Terp pivot trap. What do y'all think about that one? Here's another thing. So I didn't take photos to put this one up on the site yet, but I did make this on the live stream. This is Hand of Man orange tubing, transparent light blue base, and this is also a 3D printed stabilizer base that I made. I don't have the magnets in here, but 2 magnets so your dab tool can stick right to it, swab, place where you can put your tool pick also. And I make something called the lift-off cap, which is an original concept joystick cap that's made to be lifted out of the grommet mid-rip that you could rest there. Yo, so since we have, appreciate that, man. Since we have a bunch of people in the chat right now, I hope y'all will stay to kick it for future chats. This is definitely warm. This has been warmed up, by the way. I just got distracted and we're really not wasting a lot of propane or oxygen. I actually have a machine that takes in ambient air and fills up an oxygen tank for me. So the only cost for filling up oxygen at this point is like 15 cents or 10 cents per fill. So like at most, I think I'm paying like 20 bucks a month for oxygen, 20, 30 bucks for oxygen a month. And that's versus like $7.50 a week or something in between things, right? Be a little healthy. I don't know if moving around like I am counts as exercise. You think this counts as exercise? Who, me? Where am I located? I'm in Virginia. I'm in the US. Oh, so you said how to cut. Well, you can cut with the flame. You can cut with your saw. You can score and snap with your scoring knife. All right, so like, right, I did that. Imagine this was a super sharp, jagged edge. And when I went like this, right, boom, and like a jagged edge cut my finger. I actually did cut my finger like that the other day. But don't be scared. Little nicks, you know, tap a torch by accident real quick. It's all good. You'll live. Sorry. So I don't know if you heard, I'm in Virginia in the US. Where y'all tapping in from today? Wonder if any of y'all know each other. Where did I put my coffee, though? Oh, here it is. Alright, so I am actually going to use a rubber stopper. It's like, so it's really hot. And imagine like gas is being created and formed inside the tube. When I put this stopper and close that off, that gas is like still expanding and wanting somewhere to go, or there's gases interacting somehow. When I put this stopper in, this flat is gonna puff outwards. And if that's a terrible explanation, yup, probably was. Sorry, y'all. God damn, dude. Something a little ridiculous just happened. The stopper is wedged inside. God damn. Think I could wiggle it. See, silly things like that. All right, so this is what I'm gonna do, because I do need to get that. I'm gonna have to tear this hole open and push it out. Kind of sucks. Well, you know what? I clearly cracked that other end, so this could be the new end. I put it in a stopper. Alright, that was fun. Did you see I did crack that glass though? Little puff up. That's toast for now. Just need a bigger stopper. Let's see. And that is going to cool down a lot quicker than you might think. You have to have something in this truck. Talk to me, talk to me. Everybody still with me? I'm just gonna go ahead and start with this. Let's build off of this. This is a transparent emerald green. Just gotta find a stopper that fits in it. Fortunately, the thing I want is stuck inside that tube. Let's see if this works. Perfect. All right. Wedged in there, spin there. Oh, a question I was gonna ask before. Do you like longer videos better, or would you rather have this be like in 10-minute increments type of a deal? Almost there. About time. Oh my God. So, talking about gas now. One of these, the gas that I'm using, the oxygen, if you've been in here before, is maybe 10 cents or 15 cents a fill up. And I might fill up twice a day. So it's just the cost of electricity because I have my own oxygen concentrator system. For the propane, that's the other gas I use, I am using just a regular barbecue griller, like one of the smaller ones. You know, they have two sizes. This is the 15-pounder, which costs $26 if I have a company come to my house to like swap out the tank, and that's after taxes. And that could last anywhere from like 5 days to 2 weeks. I mean, I could. But you're asking about the cost, so there you go. Now you also know that you can go to a place and get it for less. So that's the cost. That's all I'm saying. Let's shout some people out right now. All right. Antonio, my boy. I'm doing a color rod blowout to make more section tubing for more glassware. Gonna take a step back from the E-rigs for a moment. Oh. Drop that remote. Do I even vent this out? Yeah, my phone right now, like you're underneath a giant vent hood with a really powerful fan. Like I have a powerful vent. If you check out the one video I posted, I do a video of my whole setup, even my 3D printer ventilation. What up, Joshua? What up, TM Rummel? Hey. Dan doing things. How you doing, man? Brad Caldwell, what up? I was in Orlando, Florida. Huge studio. I don't know where everybody kind of transitioned to afterwards. I went to a garage setup. Make fiber optic cables? What? I don't know a thing about that, man. North Michigan, what up? -4 degrees? Jesus. Take it easy. Matthew went back to work. Dakota, what up? Gramese, what up? Toxic, what up? Virginia, North Carolina, Virginia border. Blessed by Most High, Michigan. River Roadie, appreciate that, man. Tapping in from Missouri. Tilly from New Hampshire. Brody from Connecticut, if that's what CT means. John from Ohio. Nate. I don't even remember what the question was because I couldn't. I had to step away from the computer. If I poured, okay, I'm responding to Clayton right now. If I poured water on this hot glass, if that's what we were like kind of talking about, it would crack. Most likely. It would most likely break. Kind of depends though. Am I close to Canada? I don't think so, fam. I am in Virginia. So this is borosilicate COE 33. It's glass blowing, but it's not the same type of glass that you saw if you watched that Netflix series Blown Away. Dakota, -15 in Iowa? What? I think it's like in the 30s right now by me, but I guess y'all were hit by that snowstorm before me. I think we're supposed to get hit Sunday. Go Lions. Toxic FPV 304 is a Lions fan. Are y'all with that or not? Robert Thurr, vacuum. Alright, now I know where we are in the conversation. That is not, I mean, yeah, that's not a bad idea. Put a screw in it. Mr. Terps, Roro said put a screw in it. Shane said put a screw in it. See, I wish I was at a studio and I was around more like handy people who got this advice. Just me out here freestyling. Use a corkscrew? Damn, everybody knew this trick but me. No, I can't do gloves. You don't have enough dexterity. You know, if I'm having a 6mm glass rod, right, a small little thing twirling around, like those guys, just no bueno. I have not found any gloves that are cool that also at the same time are okay to be close by fire. Like I don't want plastic melting to my hand, you know. I'd rather just bump the flame by accident. Daniel, what up? Nomo Sushi. Oh, OG Nomo Sushi, what up? Jimmy, what up? Whole Brillo pad. In where, dog? I also do have 2 heaters behind me to keep me warm. I like warm up the lathe a little bit before I turn it on sometimes, depending how cold it is. I try to treat it like a car. Oh dang, I'm pretty much caught up. What up? Yo, y'all should be kicking it with each other also. There's 1,200 of you in here. Probably a lot of y'all close by have things in common. This is a GTT Mirage, and it was one of the newer models where you could have the knob switch for the 2-stage action. I really love it. Honestly, I was using a Carlisle CC before this. and I absolutely destroyed that torch. I had no idea what I was doing with my flames, and I just like burnt out the can, dude. But the GTT is built like a beast. No paid sponsors or advertisements, but like built to last 1,000%. And they're super nice people, and if you have an issue, they'll take care of you. They fixed my torch for free. It would really be dope if I could tap into like the house propane, so I wouldn't have to fill up tanks at all. It would be so cheap. Like that's what we were thinking about in Florida, but decided like, nah, let's just keep everything separate. All right, this has been doing a thing long enough. I'm ready to get to it. I don't know about you. Dude, this propane lasts so long, guys. I'm telling you, like, even just doing this, I've had this one tank going for the past 6 days, I think. I have the people come in Saturday to swap out the next tank, so that's another bonus. I don't have to drive when it's snowing outside to swap this out. I just need to find my goggles real quick. Need to clean these bad boys down real quick. Damn, that got dirty. Sorry, I forget I have the mic on. If that was like really loud for y'all. All right, so this is a color raw blowout. Appreciate y'all helping me monetize this page, helping me make some dinero, doing these streams. Like, subscribe, Cash App in my bio, all that. Get some equipment. Have a lot of things to save up for y'all. Alright. How's the view? The angle good? I'm about to be like in this for a minute. I'm doing a color rod blowout. I am turning this rod that's on the right hand side, so that's the much smaller one, into a tube. So I'm melting the glass to the face, and then I'm puffing to punch through. Just need to get it started. There we go. Sauce is spinning much faster than it needs to. Trying to get it to be the same outer diameter as the 44 millimeter.